Hello there everyone, it is currently the 25th, but by the time this video comes out, it will be the 30th of January, which means it has been 3 years since I released my first ever video back in 2021. Now to celebrate this, I've chosen to go over my channel's history, sort of like what I do in my recap videos, but I'll go into more detail about certain videos as well as other videos not included in the recaps. Anyway, you might think that we'll start on my very first ever video, right? Wrong. Let's start at the very beginning of my channel. If you go to my About section, you will see... Wait, what? 500,000 views in total? Holy! I never noticed. Anyway, if you take a look at my joining date, it will say April 6th, 2020. Almost a year before I would post my first ever video. Now, to most of you, this will be your first time hearing this, but I actually uploaded videos around my starting date. This was mentioned in a now deleted Tommy Turbo video, and I might have said it in a couple other videos, but I don't know. But anyway, I did upload some videos around that time. Where are they, you might ask? Deleted. At least from YouTube. You see, I still have the original video files sitting on my mum's old laptop, but for mine and your sanity, it's probably best you don't see or hear them. Let me give you a quick rundown of these videos. You see, I was dumb, and I really wanted to start a YouTube channel, and well, at the time, my parents were against me having a YouTube channel, and well, can you guess what I did? Yeah, I started a YouTube channel. Now, it was nothing too special. It was very similar to my older videos with it being primarily Gmod content. However, I was super paranoid that my parents would find my channel, so I did this thing where I would raise my voice to hide my real one so that my parents wouldn't know it was me, which was also a really dumb idea. I can't even do the voice anymore because my voice cracks when I try and do it. Hey fellas! This is me trying to do that fucking voice! Yeah, I can't do it anymore. One of the many gifts of puberty, right? The channel was really bad. I had yet to pay for Bandicam, so I still had the Bandicam watermark at the top of the videos, and the videos itself were like below 10 minutes in length. The most viewed video had like 13 views, and I had like 1 subscriber, which was Fiends Hyper. Now, Fiends Hyper's parents somehow found my channel, and they called my parents to tell them that I had a cool channel, and my parents were pissed at me. I was forced to delete all the videos, and yeah. Almost a year later, my parents would give me the green light to start uploading again. I paid for the full Bandicam package and got to work on what would be my first ever video. I did try to do my high-pitched voice for my videos, which I could not keep up for long periods of time. My parents said it was okay for me to use my real voice, and thank God they did. Imagine icebergs with that friggin' high-pitched voice. I don't even think I'd be at like 500 subscribers if that was the case. But anyway, like I said, I still have the original video sitting on my old laptop, but you ain't gonna see them until maybe my 5-year anniversary, 2 years from now. Anyway, let's talk about videos I have actually uploaded, shall we? Playing FNAF Gmod map.
Just applied for the new night watchman job at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Sheesh, listen to that voice. Anyway, this is my first video. Really not much to it. It actually did pretty well at the time, getting like 50 views in the first 24 hours, which, for the first video, is pretty good. It was also on this video where I received my first ever comment, left by Jules Studios, who has like 400,000 subscribers, saying, "Hey," smiley face. And it was left around the first day of it being uploaded, which is pretty cool. How I became a giant and destroyed a city. I really don't like how this has over 1,000 views. This video, I really hate it. It's so cringy, because in the video, I try to make it seem like I'm accidentally bumping into and destroying buildings, but my acting was so terrible and it's so obvious I'm doing it on purpose. I just hate the video, and it has 1,500 views, which is worse. Gmod Tornado Map. Around this time, I got my account verified, which meant I could make custom thumbnails for my videos. Fooling around on GM Construct. This video actually did pretty well for its time. It had like 40 views at the time and had like 3 comments on the video, which at the time was a good amount of comments for a video of mine. Gmod Gugino theme meme. At the time I made this video, I didn't fully understand the meme. Just so you know, the thing in the background is the Borealis, which if you don't know the Half-Life lore, then the Borealis is a boat that is important to taking down the Combine, which is the NPCs you see here. Yeah, it was a pretty dumb video. Also, I think it's about time that I mentioned that I'm not going over every single video. I know it seems like that, but we're just going over the ones that are like at the start and started just notable at the time. So, you know, I'm not doing that. I'm not going over every single video. That would take way too much time. Anyway, moving on. Playing Half-Life 2 Lost Coast. This was my first video on my channel that wasn't a Gmod video. Still sort of related to Gmod because it was published by Valve, but anyway, around this time, I also took the earliest picture of my channel, and here it is. I had 7 subscribers, my profile picture was Firewater from Sausage Party, my banner was a shark, and my name was Linkarai, which was a name I kept up until 300 subscribers. What was it? Well, back in the 2020 days, I created a couple of characters that I would feature in videos. Linkarai was a crazy guy who worked at a 7-Eleven who often featured in a lot of my videos and was also the channel name at the time. I decided to keep this name for a while before I decided to change it to Flaming Cow. To this day, I still create fictional characters and even characters that I still keep from around that period of time, like Anita, a Spanish hacker who has purple long hair. I sort of have a penchant for making characters with purple hair. Wallace, a 9-foot tall guy who has been featured in a couple of my early videos, and Enrique, who's just your average guy. Playing Baldi's Basics. This was my first non-Valve game that I played on my channel. It was also the longest time I went without uploading, as before I uploaded this video, I went an entire month without uploading a video. My first SFM animation. My first and only SFM animation. It is really bad, and I have a very basic idea on how to use SFM, and I have tried to create other animations using SFM, but I don't know, I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong, because every time like I animate an arm like moving up or animate anything, it just snaps back to the beginning with that pose instead of actually moving. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if it's like something to do with my settings, I'm not sure. Just Cause 4 craziness. This is when I started to better understand editing with Bandicut, which is a really bad editing software for gaming videos, by the way. The reason I started to edit properly was because my friend, Glenmore Gaming, who at the time wasn't my friend, told me to get Filmora saying it was free. I edited this video, and when I went to export it, there was a big ass watermark on it. I deleted Filmora and started to use Bandicut instead. I had a very strong resentment towards Filmora for a while, but now I've been using Filmora for almost 2 years. The video you're watching right now is made on Filmora, making a giant person in Tiny Town. This was my first ever VR video, and I did a couple other VR videos in 2021, but I can no longer do them because the fan in my Oculus is broken, which sucks. SML Plus Show deleted. This was my first video to reach 100 views, because of the recent deletion of the SML channel, which is a channel that to this day, me and a lot of my friends still love. I think I was like one of the first people to make a video on it at the time, because there weren't many videos on it when I searched it up, but who knows. SML Short Locked Out re-uploaded. Call me Sniper Wolf, because I'm stealing content. This is one of the videos that I managed to record to remember the SML channel before it was deleted, and I decided to upload it to my channel. Fooling around on GM Construct but with a friend. This was the first video that I did with my friend Fiends Hyper and technically Big Boy Bean, but he wasn't seen or heard in the video as it only says that he left the game, but I don't know. Also, At the time we recorded this, we didn't use Discord to communicate while playing, which means that we literally had to call each other on our phones if we wanted to talk while playing. You can sort of hear Fiend's Hyper in this scene right here. Also, I wanted to mention this pretty cool Scottish accent that I did in the video.
Yo, wheeler, don't you?
Playing Gmod with another friend. This was the first video with Big Boy Bean, who at the time went by Dominated Gaming, or ProArt, fooling around on Just Cause 2. Yeah, I was a massive fan of the Just Cause games back in 2021, but now I barely play them at all. Playing Gmod with Fiend's Hyper and ProArt. This was the first video that I did with all three of my friends. Playing Portal 2. Oh man, only the real OGs would remember this series of videos. You never leave the FNAF location. My first video that I did with my friend the Pyro's Torch, who has appeared in a couple other videos of mine. The demons are scary, find yourself. I would honestly really love to go back and play Find Yourself. I'll probably do it sometime in the future, maybe for a Halloween video, who knows. Made a new channel, go subscribe. This is when I created my second channel, ProArt.inc, which is now dead. Fun fact, ProArt.inc actually went through many name changes. Robert Riggleson, Robert Banker, Robert Bob Banker, Bobbert Banker, and finally Bobbert Bankerson. I probably missed out on a couple other names there, but for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna go with what I got. Playing more Portal 2. This was my first video to be an hour long and was once my longest video on my channel. Just another day in Richland. Oh boy, the Richland Saga. Oh man, that is a strange series on my channel. Ragdoll Slaughter Map. This is a video that I did with my friend Fiend's Hyper, who was live streaming at the time, which is the first time I've done a live stream with Fiend's Hyper, after the war in Asheville. This was meant to be a two-part series, however, I just never got around to doing it at the time, until 2022 when it would soon turn 1 year old, so I managed to get Fiend's Hyper to do it with me. However, Tommy Turbo, James Doodley, and Big Boy Bean all wanted to be in the video, which wasn't that big of a problem. However, James Doodley and Tommy Turbo just refused to cooperate. James kept spawning in a bunch of stuff, making the game lag, and Tommy Turbo kept blowing everyone up, so I scrapped the video. I might do a part 2 for its 3-year anniversary. If you guys want to see that, comment down below. Playing Teardown. This was my first Teardown video, which Teardown would later become a massive part of my channel. Also, I think I could have titled the video a bit better, because at the time I did 2 other destruction related videos that were titled along the lines of "You can destroy everything in this game" and such. Gmod admin gun out of ammo. I am the first person ever, maybe the first person in Garry's Mod history, to empty out an entire cartridge of ammo from the admin gun, which, if you don't know, the Gmod admin gun has a heap of ammunition in it. Driving giant cars in Mini-City in Teardown. This was the video that blew me up. It was the first video to get 1,000 views, however, it wouldn't get to a decent amount of views until 10 days after its release. Halloween video Scream Fortress 2021 is upon us. This is where the phrase, "Come on boys, put in some effort and get that cart moving," came from.
Come on boys, put in some effort and get that cart moving.
Shout out to Has Daddy Slim, by the way. Spy is Scout's father, 15.ai. This was my first 15.ai video, which was also a major part of my channel's blow up. It was also my first video to be uploaded in 4K. Sniper's new Meet the Team video, 15.ai. This was my second 15.ai video that I made, and I used all the characters that weren't in my first 15.ai video here. It was also around this time that my Teardown video, which I just mentioned, was getting 100 views a day, and eventually it would hit 1,000 views. So to celebrate, I would release Flying Giant Objects in Mini-City in Teardown, which would do even better. By then, I would strike a gold mine. My 15.ai's were getting on average 1,000 views, and my Teardown videos were getting 10,000 views, and I was getting a bunch of subscribers and views. Asteroids hit mini New York in teardown. This is my most viewed video yet, and it got like almost 10,000 views in the first day, which is super crazy. Then I would hit 100 subscribers, which I still remember the day clearly. I woke up at like 5:30. My parents were still asleep, and first thing I did was turn on my computer and go to my YouTube channel, which is something I don't think you should do when you just wake up, but anyway. I went to my YouTube channel, and I saw that I had 91 subscribers. Wait a minute, refresh, 93 subscribers. Wait a minute, refresh, 95 subscribers. Wait a minute, refresh, 97 subscribers. Wait a minute, refresh, 98 subscribers. Wait a minute, refresh, 99 subscribers. Wait a minute, refresh, 100. And when I saw that number, I was like, yes! I mean, I just woke up and my parents were still asleep, so I couldn't make too much noise, but I was still super happy. I would make a video about my milestone and head to school later that day. When I got to school, my friend Big Boy Bean was already there and already knew about my milestone. I then told Glenmore Gaming and Caption Sushi, who were all super surprised and happy for me. And I also told Tommy Turbo, who had no idea if I even had a YouTube channel, but that was because of like COVID and stuff, so I didn't tell him, and lockdown and such. Playing FNAF Gmod map recreation, 100 subscriber special. To celebrate my 100 subscriber special, I would recreate my first ever video. And right as I was reaching my peak, getting a bunch of views on videos and getting 100 subscribers a week, 15.ai shut down. Not as bad, right? I mean, I could still do the teardown videos, that they were getting much more views than the 15.ai's. But no. At that time, teardown started to lose popularity. As we see here, teardown videos were getting at least 10,000 views, but then it went down to 2,000, and then a couple hundred, and then not even 100. Sad. Yeah, no. Anyway, enough with the sadness, let's move on. Mucking around on Muck with friends. This was the first video that I did with my friend Tommy Turbo. Demo Man's big problem, 15.ai. When 15.ai came back after 1 month, you hear that 15.ai? 1 month! You are down for 1 month back in 2021. Do you have any concept of time, 15.ai? Anyway, I made this video after someone on my first Red Team Talks About Their Problems video asked me what Demo Man's problem was, so shout out to LukeMaster12ITA, who I don't even think saw the video or even still watches my channel, but anyway, moving on. Teardown Part 2 is out. This is when I started to better understand editing with HitFilm, which was my new software that I used. And if you watch the video, you can see that some parts are better edited. Christmas video, TF2 Smithmas 2021 is upon us. I don't know why, but I never did a TF2 Smithmas video for 2022. It was probably because at the time I just finished the TF2 Iceberg Part 2, which took me like 2 days to make, so I probably wasn't in the mood for playing more TF2, or editing more TF2 videos. Playing Portal 1 full game. Okay, so I've created this gag for my channel where every December 9th I post a Portal 1 related video. This is because I posted this video on the 9th of December 2021, and exactly 1 year later, Portal RTX would come out, so I did a video on that. Then in 2023, I redid that Portal 1 RTX video because I got a better computer so I could get better FPS and play with better graphics. So, you can expect to see a Portal 1 related video on the 9th of December 2024. Killing Costume Man in 1 minute and 34 seconds. This is actually a recreation of one of my first videos from 2020. It was where I would spawn in a bunch of Combine soldiers and kill Costume Man. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach is out. Now, I remember thinking that this video would get like a bunch of views because FNAF Security Breach was so anticipated, and when I released the video, it got like 17 views, and it's gotten barely any views since then, and a good thing it didn't get that much views because my FPS in that video is not even 24, it's like 15 or something. However, L-Chips and Sundrop would be the video that would get a bunch of views. 2021 recap, Flaming Cow. This was my first ever recap video. Also, if you want to see how far my editing has come, watch my 2021 recap and then watch my 2022 recap. Massive difference in editing there. Happy New Year. First video of 2022, not much to it. The Just Cause Iceberg Explained. This was my first ever iceberg video, and despite its short runtime of 15 minutes, it took me 1 week to make. How? Well, I'll tell ya. I started editing this video on the night of the 27th of December. I got up to the Mr. Snowman part of the iceberg and went to bed. When I woke up, I was sick. Sick with COVID-19. Yeah, I'm sure we've all experienced the COVID disease by now, so I don't need to explain how horrible I felt during this period of time. I was still determined to make this video, so instead of resting, I decided to do the stupid thing and work on the iceberg. I only got like 2 or 3 bits of the iceberg done, but yeah. You can actually hear a difference in my voice at some parts of the video, hinting that I was not well at the time. The next day, I was feeling a whole lot better. Still had COVID, but the signs were not showing. So I decided to work on the video. I could have gotten the video done that day, but HitFilm crashed. And about half of my work wasn't saved. I was sent an entire 2 or 3 tiers up. I was on the bottom tier of the iceberg, and I was so close to finishing it. But then, about half of that was gone. I was so upset that I didn't work on the iceberg for the rest of the day. The next day came, and I could have gotten the video done that day. But God was like, "Oh hell nah boy, you ain't finishing this video." So my friends decided to call me asking if I wanted to play some games. I thought that I deserved a break, so I agreed. Now, when we started playing, they said they couldn't hear me, so I switched my mic to default, thinking that it meant my computer mic. But no, it meant Crisp. For those of you who don't know, Crisp was a software that I used to block out my noisy computer fans. In fact, you can hear my computer fans in a lot of my 2021 videos. Now again, if you don't know, Crisp has a limit to the amount of time you can use it a week. And with me switching my mic to Crisp, it meant I was using it, and I had used all my free time for that week. So, if I wanted to use Crisp again, I would either have to buy it, or wait until the 2nd of January. So, I waited. Here came the 2nd of January, so then I got to work on the video, and I finished it that day. My attitude at the time was that I would never ever work on another iceberg video. But yeah, that aged like milk. Building the red light green light area in mine, AutoCube. I am the first YouTuber to make a gaming video on the video game AutoCube. Flaming Cow YTP. To celebrate my 1-year anniversary of my channel, I would create a really crappy YTP of my first ever video. Scout Throws a Party, 15.ai. This is probably my favorite 15.ai video. I want to do something similar to this when 15.ai comes back. If 15.ai comes back. Liminal Spaces Gmod Edition. This is the first in a rather strange and out of place series on my channel. I still do like finding liminal spaces in Gary's mod though. Playing Gmod with Glenmore Gaming and Tommy Turbo. This was my first video that I did with Glenmore Gaming. We tried to do other videos with each other before the release of that video, but Glenmore Gaming just kept leaving halfway through, and he still does that to this day. Flying giant objects in Mini-City in Teardown No Lag. This was the first of the Teardown No Lag series on my channel. Playing Left 4 Dead 2 with Glenmore Gaming and Borat. This is the longest video on my channel, 1 hour and 40 minutes, and surprisingly, Glenmore Gaming was able to stay on for that long. Also, if you watch the video, when you get like maybe 30 minutes in, you might start noticing that there are these random cuts in the video. And that's because during my recording, I left subtitles on. And if you don't know, Left 4 Dead has quite a bit of swears in it, and I like to try and stay family friendly when it comes to swears. So at first I tried censoring out and blocking like the swear on the subtitle, and eventually I got tired of that, so I just started cutting out the entire bits of them swearing in general. The Encanto Iceberg Explained. This was the first iceberg that I had done in a while, and it actually did pretty well, which led me to make the Despicable Me Iceberg Explained, which was the first iceberg not to be made by me, but to be made by someone on Reddit. That person would be Combine Was Taken. Yeah, I still remember him. After that, I would make the Waltz and Gromit Iceberg, which is my most viewed iceberg and one of my most viewed videos in general. However, I'm still kicking myself for that obvious mistake that I made in the video. 500 subscribers, finally. This is when I would hit 500 subscribers. And if you want to know, this was my reaction to hitting 500 subscribers. The G-Man came back to Richland. This was one of like 3 videos that I did with Fiend's Hyper in 2022 because he's like never on. Also, remember the Filmora thing I was talking about earlier? This was my first video that I edited with Filmora, Quandale Demoman. This was my last 15.ai video that I posted before 15.ai got shut down. Sort of. I'll get to that in a bit. Is Barbara Bengerson a dead channel? The countdown on Barbara Bengerson's death would start. I said that if Barbara Bengerson didn't get to 50 subscribers in 1 month, I would stop posting on the channel. 15.ai is down. Again. So, this was technically my last 15.ai video before the site went down, but I made it before the site actually went down, so yeah. Let me see when it was posted. Oh! 2022! It's been almost 2 years since the site went down. Is there even any work going on the site, huh? Anyway, let's move on. I tried to warn you guys. Well, that was the end of Barbara Bengerson. Dead. I haven't uploaded on it in like 2 years. But who knows? Maybe one day I'll post on Barbara Bengerson again. It's only a matter of time. The Team Fortress 2 Iceberg Explained Part 1. This video took me 2 weeks to make, which is the longest time it has ever taken me to edit a video. And unlike the Just Cause iceberg, this one had no setbacks. It was just a massive iceberg, and I decided to put in more effort for this video. I did more editing, I did more research, I wrote more of a script, and stuff like that. So, yeah. It took me 2 weeks to make, and I didn't even finish it within that 2 weeks. I still had 2 tiers to go, which is why it's a 2-part series. Technically a 3-part, but we'll get to that in a bit. Gmod Craziness with the Boys. This was the first of the Gmod Craziness videos, which I actually made while I was sick. The reason why I made it while I was sick was because I was very burnt out after making the TF2 iceberg, so I didn't upload for almost 2 weeks. And when I saw how long I hadn't uploaded, I was like, geez, I need to upload a video. This video was already sitting on my hard drive, so I decided to edit and upload it. And it did pretty well. Maybe I should make more videos while I'm sick. The Team Fortress 2 Iceberg Explained Part 2. I finally finished the whole Team Fortress 2 iceberg. And when I posted the video, it got like 300 views overnight and brought a lot more attention to Part 1. Both were getting so many views that at one point, there was only a 100 view gap between the 2 videos. Now there's a 4,000 view difference between the 2. The new channel has arrived. This is when me, Big Boy Bean and Glenmore Gaming would create the Drift Back Boys channel. A channel where all 3 of us would upload videos of us playing games. And yeah, it's sort of dead. Me, Big Boy Bean and Glenmore Gaming all want to upload on the channel, but there's just one problem. Glenmore Gaming. He is rarely on nowadays, and when he is, we do try to film videos, but his OBS is just so crap. We have had problems with his OBS so many times, with his game audio not recording, his Discord audio not working properly in the recording, the quality of the recording, and even the game itself not recording, just being a black screen the entire time. We have told this guy so many times just to get the free version of Bandicam, or any screen recorder for that matter, but he just refuses and continues to stick with OBS, saying, "No, it's actually good, it's actually good." Like, if it's good, then we wouldn't be having these problems. But anyway, Discord with a voice changer. This is by far the funniest video on my channel in my opinion, and I highly recommend you watch it. The 2022 Recap Flaming Cow. Like I said, if you want to see how far my editing's come, watch my 2021 recap and then my 2022 recap. 2023. The first video that I released in 2023, and it was actually pretty good. I actually like it. Flaming Cow Slander. A quick little funny video that I did to roast me and my friends. Minecraft Nostalgia. This was my first ever YouTube short. The Casual Discord Call. This was the first casual Discord call that I made, and it's the only one that doesn't have Jenna Ortega in the thumbnail. Driving giant cars in Mini-City in Teardown, no lag. This was the video I made of remaking my popular Teardown videos but with no lag. However, I would discontinue it as I felt I was just milking my old videos and I didn't really want to do them. The Flaming Cow Iceberg Explained. To celebrate my 2-year anniversary of my channel, I would release the Flaming Cow Iceberg, which is a pretty funny video, and I explained a couple elements on my channel, which is sort of what I'm doing right now. I cannot be original, can I? Celebrities in the style of an 1800s painting. This was the first AI image video that I would create. Gboard Craziness with the Boys Part 7. This is when my friend Big Boy Bean would start to show his feelings for a certain Latina actress known for playing a certain gothic character on a certain show on Netflix. And it was also around this time that I figured out that if you put Jenna Ortega in a thumbnail, it gets views. Homelander Edit. This was my first short to get 1,000 views. Ace Ventura in Five Nights at Freddy's. This was my first green screen video that I did on my channel, and it was also the first time that a part 2 did better than part 1 on my channel. The Obscure Cartoons Iceberg Explained. This was the first iceberg not to be created by me or someone on Reddit, but by a fan of mine. Vilmos Spizak. 1,000 subscribers, Q&A coming soon. Oh boy, this is when I would finally hit 1,000 subscribers. Just like the time I hit 100 subscribers, I still know how I hit it. I was in class and we had just finished all our work, so the teacher was letting us do whatever we want. I decided to check out my YouTube channel and saw that I was at 996 subscribers. And I said to my friends Big Boy Bean, Average VFX and Tommy Turbo, "Oh my god guys, I'm so close." And they all wanted to be my 1,000 subscriber, so Average VFX and Big Boy Bean were creating alt accounts to subscribe to me, and they almost got to be my 1,000th subscriber. However, Tommy Turbo unsubscribed and waited until I was at 999 subscribers and subscribed when I got to that number. So, Tommy Turbo was my 1,000th subscriber, right? Well, at least that's what I saw. Because Big Boy Bean and Average VFX both say that Big Boy Bean was my 1,000th subscriber, so we don't fully know. Again, I was in class, so I couldn't, celebrate too much. If I was at home, I would be screaming my head off, but anyway, like I said, in a couple of my past videos, I would do a Q&A to celebrate my 1,000th subscriber milestone, which we will get to in a bit. TV shows that you forgot about. This was the first of a long-running and very popular series of shorts on my channel. However, I would later discontinue it. Flaming Cow Slander 2. The only reason I made this video was to make fun of Big Boy Bean and his feelings for Jenna Ortega. 1000 subscriber Q&A. After a month, I would release my first ever Q&A to celebrate my 1000 subscriber special, which I think you should watch. TV shows that you forgot about, part 15. This is my most viewed short with 10,000 views. I suck at TF2. At the time I recorded this, I hadn't played TF2 in like 2 months. So I decided to play with my friend Fiends Hyper, who hasn't played in like 2 years. So yeah, we both sucked. I did get better after this video as I started to play more often, but I haven't been playing TF2 a lot lately, so I may have lost my touch. But I did play a couple rounds with my friend Zolt the other day, and I was doing pretty well, so who knows, maybe I haven't lost my touch. The Team Fortress 2 Iceberg Explained Part 3. Right after I released the video about how much I suck at TF2, I released Part 3 of a TF2 Iceberg. Movies from your childhood. I made this after I stopped the TV shows that you forgot about series. However, it wasn't nearly as popular and it was a very short run. The Tornado, Gary's Mod short film. This was a nice little short film that I decided to make because I was bored and I wanted to have an excuse to put Shania Twain's No One Needs to Know Right Now in a video. My opinion on the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Man, I'm still struggling to believe that we actually got a FNAF movie. Like, we finally got it, and after I saw it, I decided to make a video about it. The only movie that was able to surpass Turning Red as my favorite movie. 2 Fort servers be like. Oh my god. In this video, we can see someone named Cappy hanging out with me. Cappy was a really good player, and defended my sentries and went friendly when there was a team switch. However, he had to leave, and despite me trying to find him, I just couldn't. I don't know if he still remembers me or if he even saw the video, but I hope he's doing well. Minecraft YouTubers when they see children. Yeah, I made this short after I completed the controversial YouTubers Iceberg, which had me research a lot of Minecraft pedos, so yeah. Smithmas 2023 is upon us with Zolt himself. Zolt. This guy still hasn't told me how to pronounce his channel name, but yeah. This was the first video that I did with my friend Zolt, who was already a pretty popular YouTuber before I met him. The 2023 recap, Flaming Cow. I don't know why, but I feel like I could have done this video a bit better. Even though it's not too far off from my 2022 recap, I still think I could have done better. Welcome to 2024. This was the first video of 2024. I ranked every movie that I watched in 2023. This was a massive video that I had planned for almost an entire year, and the deadline for the video was supposed to be the 3rd, so I started editing on the 15th thinking it would take me a long time, but no, it only took me like 4 days to make. Got it done before Christmas. Anyway, I really like how the video turned out, so I think you should go and watch it. TF2's most pathetic scammer. Okay, if you're a TF2 player, especially an Australian TF2 player, you should definitely watch this video. And that basically brings us up to date. That's the entire history of Flaming Cow. Before we end this video, I would just like to thank everyone who has gotten me to 1.3 thousand subscribers. Literally, when I started, I thought that in 3 years I would only be at 100, and I'm at 1,000 now. Anyway fellas, if you enjoyed the video, then like and subscribe. And also subscribe to my friends' channels. I'll see you later. Bye bye.